Good evening. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? I'm looking away when the camera starts. Good evening, everybody. It's Tuesday evening, as normal, 7 p.m. And here I am, ready to help you with your planning and productivity. So tonight, I'm going to be giving you some practical tips about how you can improve your planning, which in turn increases your productivity, which helps your business exponentially, and I'll tell you the stats on that, and it's worth putting some effort into this. So first of all, I'm going to start, as I always do, by introducing myself. For those of you that may not know me, I've got a bit of a light coming down in the wrong direction there, but it doesn't matter. So I'm Mandy Nicholson, and I'm a creative genius consultant, an artist, and an author, and I help innovative female entrepreneurs to launch, grow, and scale their creative business and make more money. I don't do that by accident. I do that through decades of experience as a senior leader and 10 years of experience of having my own business. And now I'm into my second year with my creative business, which is very successful. And I want to share that and help women to be able to take control of their lives and really make some decent money from their creative business, because in creative land, in the creative space, it's not seen as normal or potentially even acceptable for women to be, or for anybody, but I work with women, to be earning lots of money. And you can. So when I show up on a Tuesday night, I like to share with you some practical advice and top tips that you can implement in your business right away that will help change happen. But if you don't watch the live, take advantage of the freebies, the handouts that I give out, listen to what I say and implement it, nothing's going to change. So you make the decision when you're watching this live what you want to do. So as I said, I'm going to talk to you about planning and productivity. Now, do not underestimate the power of putting effort and time into planning your activities. I've been doing this for decades as a store manager, as a divisional executive, as a business owner in finance, even when I had my cleaning business, and in particular now when I'm working from home and an online business where you've got to really manage and motivate yourself because there's nobody else to do it. Planning is absolutely, hi Becky, nice to see you, really nice to see you. Planning is probably the most important thing that I do in my week, without a doubt. And I put really substantial amount of time into making sure that the activities I do throughout the day are going to be income producing, making a difference to my business, making a difference to my life. And that's what I want for you. So that's why I like to come and share this with you on a Tuesday. So what I'm going to do is talk about, first of all, productivity. Your planning, in turn, increases your productivity. Productivity, that's for people who don't plan. Productivity. If you invest time in planning your daily activities, you can increase your productivity without very much effort by up to 25%. Now, I want you to think about that on your bottom line. 25% increase in productivity is potentially a 25% increase in your bottom line. Who doesn't want that? You can see an even bigger return if you get really smart and really clever with your planning. So I'm not going to preach at you today. I'm going to show you. So the first thing I'm going to show you, and I've done this before, honestly, I've done this in a live before, and I'll probably do it again. My diary, and I have the Law of Attraction diary, which they've halved inside it. Hi, Andrea. Lovely to see you. They've halved this diary in size this year, and I was gutted because I really like the A4 version. However, it's a much nicer, more practical version to stick in my handbag. So that's the Laws of Attraction diary. And I always traffic light my diary, red, amber, and green, with the key priorities for the week. So I've got my what will I do to feel good section, this week's priorities, and then my daily priorities. The red ones must be done. The amber ones can be moved a day or two. The green ones are my time to choose what I do. So I might choose writing or painting in the green times. So that's how I start that's how I manage my diary. And red, amber, and green is as good as any way as managing your diary. But I want to take you a step further today and really help you in this area. Because it's all very well planning your diary, but you've got to know what to put in that diary. You've got to know what it is that's going to make a difference to your business. Now, I don't know that because I don't run your business. I know what makes a difference to my business. So I like to think about every single task that goes into my diary and whether it is an income-producing activity and profitable for my business before I allocate time to it. So think about that. If you're running a business and you know that writing a blog will generate traffic to your website, and of the traffic that comes to your website, somebody is going to buy from you, sign up to work with you, or actually see you for the first time and may later on work with you, then you have to assess how important it is to write that blog. How much time do you allocate to it? When are you going to do it? When do you post it? And how do you review the analytics for it to make sure that it's an income-producing activity? Doing a discovery call is an income-producing activity. Doing a live on Facebook is potentially an income-producing activity because it's actually helping people to get to know you better and to get to know your business better and how you can help them or the products that you might sell in your business. It gives you a great opportunity to talk to your audience and to tell them what it is that you do and how you can change their life in whatever way, whether it's buying a product or whether it's offering a service. So you've got to look at every single thing that goes in your diary and assess how big an income producing activity it is. So what I do, and I've produced this for my guys on my program, but this is available on a freebie. You see in the link, it's either above me or it's to the side of me. There's a link for a freebie. And in that freebie, there's 5 ways to make more money as an artist and a series of sheets on income producing activities. So I've created this to start you thinking about the things that you do day to day in your business and whether they actually generate income for you. So this might not fit everything you do. I've just put some examples into this income producing activity. So let me go through this. The first activity I always put on in my diary is allocate 2 hours to plan the following week's diary. That 2 hours is really important. In fact, it takes me about an hour now. It doesn't take me as long as that. But when you start, it might take you as long as that when you're assessing the tasks that go into your diary. Allocate time to plan the following week's diary. It's the first thing I put in every single week. And then allocate time to plan and schedule your social media content for the week, for the month, for the fortnight, however many days that you do at a time. Put that time in your diary. Planning and scheduling your social media content is a income producing activity if you are running your business online. So that's important to go in your diary. Your diary planning is an income producing activity because it's where you allocate the time to the activities that you do. Live training on your business page, like I'm doing now and sharing onto my personal page and onto Twitter, that live training is sharing high value. And if you put a call to action on there's no call to action on here today. There's a freebie if you want it, and it signs you up to my email list. Okay. If you go on my email list, you're going to get 2 emails from me a week, which are newsletters, me writing about all the weird stuff that I write about, which you can choose to read or not. But once you're on my email list, I can talk to you and I can communicate with you. So potentially an income producing activity, whether it's a freebie or whether it's a direct call to action to your website or to a product or a link to another thing. So call to action. conversations that you have on LinkedIn, in Twitter, in Messenger, on Facebook, conversations with human beings about what you do that you've generated interest with on social media are income producing activities. So how much time do you put in your diary to have conversations with people in groups and within Messenger? Think about the things that you do and how they generate interest in your business, which then generates income for you. Book a spot in here, daily interactions in groups. So going to speaking to people in groups, book a slot as a guest speaker and add value to somebody else's network while increasing your reach and engagement. One a month goes in your diary. So are you doing a guest speaker slot, sharing your expertise with other people, adding some value to them, and actually offering yourself up to them so that they can get to know you? That is an income producing activity. There may be a lag with you doing that and with you creating income, but it still remains an income producing activity. Pitching to magazines, newspapers, blogs, TV, radio. These are income producing activities. And if you schedule that in your diary to do 3 pitches a week to newspapers and magazines about your story, about your business, whatever it is that you think you can share, exposure and PR is good for your business, no matter what it is, as long as there's a call to action that you can get into the piece that you are doing. I have managed through my amazing Twitter lady, Gwen, to get a piece in the Daily Mail going in the next few weeks. It's just on hold at the minute because of COVID. The news is all about COVID, isn't it? So that piece is going into the Daily Mail. That's going to put a real spotlight on my business, and they're paying me for it. The Daily Mail are paying me per word. So that's the sort of thing, that's income producing activity in more than one way, isn't it? And that was from just putting that into my diary and getting it onto the agenda. Then I've put, blogs and newsletters. I send 2 newsletters out a week to my email list. It helps people get to know me. It helps people get to know what I can offer, how I can help them, about my background, about my story, and about my thoughts on the world and the universe. They're not pitchy, they're not salesy. They're sometimes humorous and definitely informative. So email is a warm client management system. Email is vital to your business. And if you don't have a way of getting people onto an email list right now, that's a really important income producing activity. Think about that. There's MailChimp, there's Active Campaign out there that you can use. I think there's a free, when you sign up for MailChimp, it's free initially, and you can start building an email list. Once you have an email list, you can communicate what you do to them. But if you don't have one and you've got no way of starting one, then that's never, ever going to be something that's going to bring you income into your business. Facebook engagement and conversation. Potentially running ads. These are income producing activities. And then a weekly review. Every single week on a Friday, I sit down and I review my week. When I'm planning my diary for the following week, I review the week, what worked, what went well, what didn't go so well, what could I have done better? How do I feel about the week? What did I enjoy? What were the things that I didn't enjoy? And what actually produced the most income into my business every single week? See, all of these things are helping you to create habits of knowing how to plan, knowing what to plan, and how to do it regularly. Successful people, and I've said this a million times and I'll say it a million times more, successful people are not successful because of any one big explosive thing. They are successful because the numerous small things that they do habitually. And every successful person I know reviews their week, reviews their day, and plans their diary. If I was coaching you one-to-one, the first thing I'd ask you for would be your diary. And I'd open it up and have a look at it, and I'd know instantly whether you were making the most of your time and your income producing activities. So in addition to all of these income producing activities, which should be in your diary, you should also be entering in your diary the things that are important to you outside of income producing activities. So your self-care. So hair appointments, beauty appointments, mine go in that diary and they are immovable. I have none at the minute, as you can see. No hair appointments, no beauty appointments, because they're all shut. But normally that's in my diary and I will never move that. It's a rock in my diary. It's red. My hair and beauty appointments are in there. That's important. The weekly shop is important. You haven't got food for your family, then that's terrible. I do mine at the same time every week and it goes in my diary. So your self-care, you need to put in your red, amber, green on self-care into your diary. Your red, amber, green on your financial planning. So reviewing your personal finances, reviewing your business finances, paying invoices, speaking to the accountant, quarterly cash flow, that sort of thing in your diary, planned and prioritized, because these are all linked to the operation of your business. And the smoother the operation and the better you can plan, yet the more chance you have to be productive in the things that you are genius at. So, for instance, if you are a coach, let's just use that. If you're a coach, if you're a brilliant coach, and you're helping people one-to-one, you need the time to be able to help people one-to-one, and you don't want to be spending your time doing unnecessary tasks. Every task that you do needs to lead people to you to work on a one-to-one basis with them. So your other tasks that want to go in there is things like business tasks, like monthly meetings, reviewing your statistics, planning your monthly and quarterly tactics and goals, looking for new opportunities, gathering client testimonials, client communication, such as email. Health, you want to put exercise in there, drinking plenty of water. Yeah, I do monitor that on a daily basis. Your health MOT at the doctor's, your weekly shopping list. Self-expression, when do you have time for perhaps a drama class, or going to a book club and reading the book of the month, or painting like I do, or theatre, singing lessons, all of the self-expressive things, they're important too. So what I'm saying to you is, the better you plan your diary and the more that you put into it that is meaningful to your business, income producing activities, meaningful to your life, so that you feel that you are fulfilled and getting all that you need so you can be the best in your business, then the better you are going to feel. When you feel productive, there's no better feeling than at the end of the week, looking at your diary and seeing it all ticked. As you can see, whether you can see very well here, as I achieve everything in my diary, it's ticked off. And if I can look at that at the end of the week and know that I've achieved everything that I planned to do, I feel good on a Friday night. I go into the weekend feeling like I've done a good job. Now, who else is going to tell me that I've done a good job when I'm the CEO of my business? Nobody else is going to. So I need a procedure in place that allows me to know if I've done a good job. So you can print this off. It's in the freebie link above or at the side. You can print this off, and there's also a couple of PDFs about the 5 best ways to make money as an artist. Now, if you're not an artist, they will still work for you, because they're about the daily activities that you can do to create income into your business. Now, not everything on this list might be right for your business, but do you know what? Just tip X it out and change it. Just change it and fit what's right for your business, but have yourself these sorts of guidelines, because when you get, and I hear this a lot, particularly from the creative women that I work with, and I'm not naming any names here, but there's many a time that they will say to me, I don't plan, I wing it. I hate planning. I hate diaries. I hate this. But if you don't plan, you haven't got a business. If you are winging it on a daily basis, then you've not got a business. You need to have a plan and a strategy in order to move your business forward. Now, I've covered a specific area with you tonight, and obviously In previous lives, I've covered doing mind maps like these and then goal setting. It's all interlinked. When you have a big vision, then you have quarterly goals, then you have income producing activities list and daily activities that you can put into a diary. The whole thing works together. And this is when you start to be a real proper entrepreneur with a business that you are planning, doing, and reviewing. Plan, do, review. Increasing your productivity, 25% extra on your bottom line. And if you want any more advice on this, please DM me, send me a message, have a conversation with me. Conversations in income producing activities, I love them. So hopefully that's been helpful for you tonight and that you enjoy the freebie. Make a comment, hashtag replay, hashtag live, whatever you're watching. Tell me where you're watching from. Ask me any questions. I'll come back and answer them later. And I will be here the same time next week, same time, same place next week with another how-to for you, because that's what I've committed to doing this year. Awesome to have you here, and I will see you next week. Bye.